Yep, I think we are live right now. Okay. Hi everyone, it's Global Scholarships, and I'm your host. As I hope you're all doing well. I hope everything is going great. As always, we are here with another weekly live stream. Maybe you know we do live streams every Friday. This is kind of like a Q&A live stream where you can come and ask your questions. They can be about scholarships, they can be about studying abroad, can be about anything relating to like international students. So normally this is the hour, like this is the time of the day that we do these live streams, but last week we had to change like 2 hours earlier, but this is our normal hour. So yeah, we're as always here, and I'm as always joined here by Eamon, who is our expert. Hi Eamon, how are you? How's it going?
Yes, I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well too, thank you very much. So everyone, maybe you're new here. Hi there, Earthroy, as always you're here as well. It's great to see you. So we are Global Scholarships. We have a platform, globalscholarships.com, as you can see. Here we have a lot of information, completely free information, by the way. For example, you cannot see a pricing section here, a create an account, register button, or something like that. You can just go in to our website and get all the information you might need. For example, we have information about scholarships, as you can see here, like popular government scholarships, fully funded bachelor scholarships. We have guides for countries, guides for finding cheap and free universities, how to apply to universities. We also do make tutorials as well. Maybe you can see from our YouTube channel. Every week we make another tutorial for another university. Usually I try to kind of make them at the same time where they have scholarships as well that you can apply to, like cost of studying, work visa, language requirements, and English taught universities, blah, 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 tests and documents. We have country guides. You can just click here and see all of them. Basically, these are just a collections of guides that we have about a country, and there are so many of these. Like it is, I'm pretty sure that if you read all of these guides about a country, you'll have most of the information you'll need to be able to go out and study in that country. And yeah, so we have a lot of tools here, but I think our main attraction really is our search tool, which is a tool, of course, for searching for scholarships. Basically, it's a free search tool. You can type in anything that you're interested. For example, you can see the examples right now. Finland, United Kingdom, it could be a country, could be a university or something like that. Or you could just hit enter to see all the scholarships that we have in our database. Now, these are the scholarships that are directly from universities to new coming international students. So basically, we have about 4,500 scholarships here. These are all of them, and you can filter them. Let's say for a degree, let's say bachelor's, master's, or PhD, you can filter for locations, like any country that you might be interested in. You know what? Let's say, for example, bachelor's. Today we're gonna see one of those as well in, let's say, United States. And funding type, basically, funding type means that we have three different types of funding. We have partial funding, we have full tuition, we have full funding. So full tuition means it covers the tuition fees, uh, and that's it. Partial funding, it means it covers less than tuition fees, and full funding means it covers tuition fees and then a bit something a bit more. Usman Khan says, "Sir, can I write a recommendation letter for scholarships with ChatGPT?" I'm gonna ask Eamon, but I'm like 99% sure that he'll be against using. I mean, writing like making ChatGPT write it is. I think it's like it will. Hang on. For scholarship, write a recommendation letter. Wait, that's I thought you were asking about like personal essay or something like that, personal statement. No, you cannot write because a recommendation letter should be coming from certain people, like your teachers, etc., etc. Right? Am I wrong? Am I understanding this wrong, Eamon?
I mean, you're right, but I know of cases where teachers do not have the time to write it, so they
Right.
ask you to write it, and then they'll go over it and they'll sign it. Basically, they'll just approve and say that yeah, they stand by those words.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, although I don't exactly agree with that, but
Yeah,
it does happen. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend writing it with ChatGPT because right now, like, there's a lot of aversion to that in the
yeah,
academic circle, and I think people who are used to seeing ChatGPT pieces of writing would be able to flag it just by looking at the piece of writing. So I wouldn't recommend it. I would just, like, if you have to write it, and if it is the case that one of your mentors or teachers or someone who is able to write a recommendation letter asks you to write it yourself, then they'll use ChatGPT. Just write it yourself and maybe have someone proofread it, make sure that it's mistake free, and that would be the best approach to this.
yeah. I mean,
Because
obviously,
you,
sorry, go
Mhm.
ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just saying that you wouldn't want your chances of getting a scholarship or admission to be hanging on someone not flagging it as ChatGPT. Uh, I would rather just write it myself than take my chances and lose admission just because they realized it was a ChatGPT piece of writing.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you cannot really prevent your like teacher or professor or whoever's writing from writing it using ChatGPT, but if you can avoid it yourself, I think that would be a better idea. And of course, you can always see these types of stuff as kind of like opportunities to get experience on those types of stuff because if you want to go out studying abroad and like trying to get scholarships to make perhaps make a living outside of your country, then like you really will need to be able to do that in your future life. So I think trying to learn it, trying to like power through it is a better idea than trying to do that with ChatGPT. Anyway, so yeah, I was talking about like funding types, full funding, full tuition, partial funding, that sort of thing. Let's say full funding. Um, yeah, as you can see, there are about 70 scholarships in the United States that are like in our database that are for bachelors and full funding. You can click on any one of these. For example, Marvin B. Perry Presidential Scholarship at Agnes Scott College. You can also filter for like currently open deadline. So yeah, this is basically our pages that we have for different scholarships. Here we have like the level of study, host institution, scholarship amount, all the details, like kind of a summary, deadlines. Of course, this one is passed, and then what it covers, as you can see, this is about like full tuition, accommodation. Yeah, as I said, full funding means it covers tuition and that's something a bit more. Some universities give you free accommodation. Some universities give you a certain stipend, like I don't know, $1,000 every month or something like that. Some scholarships can be really comprehensive. They can cover your insurance, like book allowance, etc. Those type of stuff as well. So yeah, we have the eligibility criteria section. A lot of them do not really have that many eligibility criteria. Like universities in China, for example, are very careful about your physical health, that sort of thing. We have deadlines, and we have the comment section, which is obviously one of the best opportunities you have for having your scholarship questions answered basically because you can just leave them here without even creating an account or something like that. And Hyun Lee, who is the founder of Global Scholarships, will answer every single question. He basically answers every one of them. I'm not sure how he finds time to be able to do that, but yeah, all the questions here are answered. And then you can click here an official scholarship page section to go and see the university's page for that scholarship, where you can get even more information like how to apply, etc., etc., or you can really contact the university about that scholarship. So yeah, I think this is a really good tool that you can go from the point where you have no idea what scholarships are out there for you, to the point where you can actually kind of like email the university about a specific scholarship that is suitable for you, that you know is available for you. So I think it's a really good tool. I use it all the time to like make content. So yeah, this is our search tool. You can also filter for nationalities and subjects, but most scholarships don't really care about those. Like there are very few scholarships, very specific scholarships that are for certain nationalities, certain regions usually, or like certain subjects. Most scholarships are open to all the subjects that are taught in the university. So other than that, we also have scholarship stories. Now, a lot of people do not know about this, but like I think scholarship stories are extremely helpful if you're looking for getting a scholarships that is very competitive, like those big name scholarships, like scholarships, let's say Fulbright, Next, Erasmus Mundus, Chevening, because in those scholarships there will be a lot of people that are applying with you, and you have to stand out among like thousands of students. So I think getting information directly from people who have earned those scholarships can be really invaluable. You can click here, and you know what? I'm gonna actually share the link with you guys here. And then you can filter here as well, like for country, degree, blah, blah, blah. So, and then you can click on any one of these people, and then have their information, like university, degree, previous education, scholarship, about their journey, educational background. Like global scholarships really asks them very important questions, like what do you think have made you stand out, or what would you have done differently if you go through the same thing again. So yeah, and we also have admission results, etc., etc. Anyway, so guys, this is a Q&A live stream. So if you have any questions at any point about, it could be about scholarships, it could be about studying abroad in general, it could be about like foreign universities or foreign students, etc. Just feel free to ask them in the chat at any point, and we'll do our best. Other than that, we're gonna see this week's scholarship. Now, I've maybe you guys have seen this. I made a poll in our community section with a post. I said, like, let's say we have three different scholarships. One is full funding in China, one is full tuition in United States, and one is partial scholarship in Europe. It was in Germany. Even though like the Germany one kind of acts like a full funding scholarship because you don't have to pay tuition fees in Germany. So I gave you these three options, and overwhelmingly, like almost 60% of you, 60% of people who voted in the poll. Obviously, if you didn't vote in the poll, I really encourage you to do it in the upcoming polls. I'm gonna keep doing that to see what kind of scholarships that you are more interested in. Okay, Cricket Champion says, "Hi there, I have one question. Whether the Italian study visa checklist Islamabad Embassy 2025 is updated or not?" That is an insanely specific question. I really doubt that Eamon would have information on that, but you know, let's try. Eamon, do you have any information about this?
Yeah, not at all. Nothing.
Yeah, we're sorry. Maybe
I
maybe you
mean
can
the
get
best thing
info.
is to check the embassy's website.
Yeah, I guess like I think maybe they're asking for that. Yeah, we don't have any information on that. Sorry. James Bond says, Hi there. I've been seeing your comments and questions also, James Bond. Thank you very much for that, for like interacting. I've been selected for Queen's University of Belfast. That is amazing. That is great. It's really good to hear. So I think that's for admission. Or have you applied with scholarship or something like that? Yes, the embassies, says Cricket Champions, website has a checklist, but I'm not sure whether it is updated or not. Yes, for undergraduate. Yeah, Cricket. Maybe you can ask the ma- maybe you can ask the like website. Maybe you can go for their information, mail them, or maybe you can provide us with more information about the specific situation. Maybe we can have an idea. James Bond, yeah, that's great to hear. If you have like any questions, anything that we can help further, we'd be happy to do so. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, as I was talking, you guys overwhelmingly, like 60% of you has who have voted said you're more interested in full tuition scholarships in the United States than full funding in China or partial in Europe. Although I didn't really specify Germany, maybe if I said Germany would be more interested in that. So today we're gonna see a full tuition scholarship that is open for application right now in United States for bachelors. Do they offer any loans to international students? Um, I don't think we have them in our. Yeah, okay, so here it is. Let's say about the university. They seem to have a lot of scholarships, but not, of course, not all of them are available for all of us, all of you. Um, so for undergraduate, they have these school. First of all, let me share the link with you. That page we have for this university. Vice Chancellor's International Attainment Scholarship, Into Progressors Scholarship, India Academic Excellence Scholarship, GB Scholarship, Early Confirmation Award, and yeah, these are the ones that are offered by the university. You can check these out, or what you could do is just go to any one of these, like any random. Actually, that Vice Chancellor Scholarship is not for my course. So yeah, not all of these are available for everyone, of course. The admission deadline is June 30, by the way. That is computer science. So what you could do is go to the page of any random scholarship that we have there, and then go to official scholarship page, right? And then, as you can see, they have different scholarships here as well. Like in the study section, international office, you can use these pages to see like what other scholarships they also have. So also a lot of universities do offer scholarships to already enrolled students. Eamon, do you have any insights that you might want to give for this specific situation?
You mean loans?
Yeah, loans or like anything you would want to say.
I mean, loans are generally not given to international students by most countries. It's really rare that they are given to international students because there's no way to guarantee that those loans would be paid back. In general, it's if the university doesn't offer good scholarships or ones that you don't qualify for, you should go for external funding.
Right. Thank you very much. Yeah, James Bond, if there is anything else that we can help, let us know. So yeah, Cricket Champion says, I also applied for the Silk Road. Hang on. First, Aeropro says, I am lost in my preparation, currently preparing for IELTS. I hope that it goes well for you, Aeropro. I hope you get it. I also applied for the Silk Road Scholarship 2025 in China with an acceptance letter from a professor. I have an acceptance letter. I have a question. How much chances of getting acceptance from university having acceptance letter from professor? So, um, Ayman, do you know anything? I'm not sure I fully understand the situation here. Having acceptance letter from professor, unless they mean
Um,
recommendation letter, I don't think I'm fully understanding the situation.
I think this is a graduate situation where you contact a professor about uh basically being your supervisor or something along those lines.
I
And
see.
and that really helps, really helps because that's students showing initiative. And for most scholarships that have interviews, you're going to be asked about that, as if you contacted someone at that university, um, and they accepted to be your supervisor. So that always increases your chances of getting a scholarship, but that always increases your chances of getting admitted. Yes. So that's yeah.
Yeah,
So
that seems
there's
to be the situation. Yeah.
yeah. So that is good. I think that a lot of people who got scholarships uh give a lot of credit to that they have shown initiative, and I think reaching out to more than one professor in many universities is also good for scholarships that um choose the university for you, because you're giving them more than one option where to have you, and that's really good because that increases your chances as well.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. So I think these are all the questions. Um, okay, yes. As I was saying, I was talking about the full tuition scholarship in United States that is open for application right now for bachelors that you're the most interested in. Again, I encourage you to join our polls in our community section. They're up every Monday, like they will be up every Monday starting this week. So, how do we do this? Let's say United States. Let's go to the country. Zulkarnain. I'll get back to you in a second. I'll just have. I just. You know what? We're just starting. But I failed to get my desired score in SAT. I took two attempts with 840 and 1040 consecutively. I wanted to go to US, but I don't think it would be a good school to get a good scholarship. What to do now? Eamon, I'll immediately defer to you. What do you think would be the best um, course of action here?
Um, I guess the best course of action is to just apply with your GPA to SAT optional or test optional universities, and not rely on your SAT score at all. I think that most universities, if not all, do not care about the SAT anymore. Uh, it is like, if students want to use it, it's fine, so they accept it. But most universities don't enforce that and would only require your GPA. So if your GPA is low, then I don't think you have any other choice but to resit the SAT or go for another standardized exam. Maybe try the SAT this time. Uh, that's the only advice I have, basically.
Thank you very much. No cricket champions. We're not. Neither of us are native English. Thank you very much, native English speakers. I'm from Turkey, and Ayman is a very secretive person, so we're not asking where he is from, or maybe he just wants to tell us. I'm not sure. Just no pressure. So yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Amen. Now, again, guys, I'm gonna filter for bachelors, United States, and a scholarship deadline open. Now we have about 87. Yeah, I kind of guessed that from your name, Cricket Champions. Yeah, it is great to have you here. So, but from that, okay. Why are there any of other ways to get extra financial aid in the United States besides the scholarships they already provide for international students? So, I mean, there are some like there are all like always there are external institutions that can provide financial aid. Maybe if you're doing research, you can do that. Of course, like some institutions or some universities do kind of fund research uh, research projects. Of course, like maybe that's mainly for masters and PhD students. You can do part-time jobs. And other than that, I think Eamon would have more to say about that.
Yeah, I think that basically sums it up. Um, I don't know what they mean exactly by saying the scholarships they provide. Uh, who are they? Uh, there are scholarships awarded by universities. There are scholarships
Hmm.
awarded by the government, and as you said, um, there are scholarships that are provided by external uh, bodies, non-profit. So there are a lot of scholarships that are beyond those awarded by universities and the government, if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for ways to self-fund, then I don't think uh, any part-time job would be sufficient to
Yeah.
fund your education in the United States. It's remotely impossible.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
it could help. It helps a little. Yeah, it does help with certain things, but you can't rely on it as the sole source of funding of your
yeah,
education in the United States.
especially like if you don't have at least like a full tuition scholarship or someone that kind of takes care of the tuition, because the tuitions like tuition of most universities, like 95% of universities, will be just more than what you could earn entirely from a part-time job. Anyway, it's about like 30, $40,000. Also, by the way, I wanted to say, like there are external institutions and governments, not just in United States, but also there could be some in your own country as well. Like I would really also look into that too. I'm sorry, Eamon. Go ahead. I interrupted you. If you had anything to say.
No, no, I was done. Yeah, and you're right about your own country's part because that's something I missed, and it is quite common
Hmm.
for many students to get scholarships from their own countries. The criteria for that are different from country to another, but the opportunities of funding are always there. Just be on the lookout for such opportunities. Uh, the deadlines for those are really, really tight, and you need to know about the scholarship and uh, just follow that and make sure you don't miss the deadlines.
Yeah, by public universities, like I saw a deal from Sunny Brockport in NY State covering at least 7.5K annually for all except international students. Yeah, there are some universities. I really highly advise you to kind of like look into our search tool and like see our videos. There are some universities that cover like like there are some universities that cover the tuition fees of some students. There are some universities that cover like a lot of the universities, but like usually those universities are not very big universities, universities that you would know by name, even though their education quality is not low. It's just like they're more focused on a small amount of students. Like for example, I think there was a like some I'm not sure, I cannot really remember the name, but a university that focuses specifically on like women, like female students, and they give a lot of financial aid as well. So yeah, there are those types of universities as well. And today, for example, we're gonna talk about Jackson State University. They have a full tuition scholarship, and their tuitions are not as high as you would normally see in the United States. Normally, it kind of starts from like $30,000, and for Jackson State University, it's about $10,000 or something like that. So yeah, there are some opportunities, but again, you will probably need to find some other like resources to be able to stay there. Anyway, so yeah, this is what we're gonna talk about today. Let's one last filter here. Currently open. Okay, why didn't do anything? You know what? I'm gonna just reset the filters. Let's say bachelor's in United States and open for application, and let's say full tuition. As you can see, we have two of these. And today we're going to talk about Heritage Academic Scholarship at Jackson State University. There's one more full tuition in United States, but this one has a closer admission deadline, May 26. May 27. Bachelor's, it's Jackson State University, full tuition, all nationalities. Kind of pretty straightforward, this one. It's just full tuition, covers 100% of tuition fees. This is the university, Jackson State University. This is the population. It's a smallish school. They have about 6 different scholarships, partial, full tuition. They have one more full tuition scholarship. Why is that not? That's past deadline. Oh, okay. So yeah, different scholarships here as well. And if you want to see, we have the deadlines here. And as you can see, the tuition fee is already like $10,000. It's not as high as a lot of universities in the United States do have. You can see here the university and what it looks like, where it is. Here it is in Mississippi. I think it's, wait, is it? Yeah, it's in Mississippi. It's not like one of the highest ranking universities in the United States. But if you are like, apparently a lot of you are very much interested in studying in the United States, even though like this scholarship covering the entirety of tuition fees does not mean you won't have to pay a lot of money for like accommodation and living expenses, even though Mississippi is not one of the most expensive places in the United States. So yeah, this is the university. If you want to study in the United States, it might be a good pick for you. Mississippi is obviously a very like historically important location as well, and Jackson State University is too. So yeah, this is the university, and the scholarship again covers 100% of tuition fees. There are some eligibility criteria, like you have to have at least a GPA of 3.0, an ACT of 23-24, or SAT between, as you can see, this range. So you're kind of almost there. For example, Zulkar 9. Like if you like your first attempt was 840, and then the second was a 1040. I think if you try again, you could get this. And yeah, again, you can leave your questions here. He only answers all of them. And then you can click here to go and see their official scholarship page, which they don't have, unfortunately. I mean, they do have one like scholarship page, but not really great amount of information here about this scholarship, this specific scholarship. But you can use like this link, for example, to get like see their college scholarship database. And here they have other scholarships as well, but a lot of this is not for international students. But there are a lot of links here that you might kind of follow to learn more about the scholarship opportunities in this university. So yeah, other than that, pretty straightforward. Hang on. Also, there's no separate application for this. Basically, if you apply to the university and then be admitted to the university, you're automatically considered for this scholarship. So yeah. Eamon, do you have anything you want to add about this scholarship?
Yeah, I think this scholarship is really pretty straightforward. I just wanted to go back to the previous question and just mention that this kind of scholarships is called automatic scholarships, which
Right.
are basically awarded on admission. So if you want to look more into that, more into scholarships that are just awarded when you're admitted without having to apply, just look for automatic scholarships. Um, Usually there are a few requirements uh, when it comes to your GPA or your SAT score, ACT score. Sometimes it's even your language proficiency scores. Uh, these are these can be found in the United States, but they're more common in other parts of Asia, like South Korea, where there are a lot of these scholarships that are just awarded based on your IELTS or TOEFL scores. and those scholarships can be as high as full tuition. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
one
so
tiny warning here is
mhm.
though, like correct, like a clarification. The fact that you get this scholarship just by applying to the university does not mean if you are admitted to the university, you'll most certainly get the scholarship. You're just automatically considered, right?
Most of the time you are guaranteed.
Oh, really?
Every single yeah, every single student who gets in gets the scholarship.
Oh, okay. So I thought because it says here that like maybe we can add another
Um,
like piece
uh,
of information here because it says you'll automatically be considered for this offer if you meet the criteria. Maybe you can also add that like if everyone
um,
is accepted.
yeah, I wasn't talking about this specific scholarship. I was talking in
Hmm.
general about automatic
Oh, I see.
scholarships.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, so sometimes it's not about consideration, but it's a guaranteed
Yeah, right.
award to any admitted student. But yeah, in this case, it's just a consideration. So there could be a limited number of scholarships.
Okay. Thank you very much. Guys, again, as I said, this is a Q&A live stream, and this was basically Heritage Academic Scholarship at Jackson State University. We were more interested in this, and we talked about this as well. Other than that, we're here to answer your questions. So if you have any questions, any type of questions about studying abroad, about scholarships, and that general area, feel free to ask them. Otherwise, if you do not have any other questions, we are kind of I'm gonna I'll be back in a second. Yep, sorry about that. I'm back. Yeah, again, this is a Q&A live stream, and we. Oh my god, it's like. Okay, terribly sorry about that. Yeah. So again, guys, I still don't see any additional questions. So I'm guessing that you don't have any questions. Well, then we're gonna end the live stream here. Thank you very much for joining in to our live stream. If you're watching this after the live stream in the VOD, thank you very much for watching. And again, we'll be back here next Friday at the same time, same hour. If you have any questions, you can join in, or you can leave your questions in our comment section on YouTube. Now we also have memberships, so we are trying to figure out what kind of like what perks to have for memberships as well. Thank you, Eric Roy, for joining in as always every week with your questions. So we have memberships too. Like we're kind of trying to figure out what perks like priority in comments. That's the idea. Polls for future videos. Maybe we can make more videos about the subjects you are interested in, and of course we have a Discord server. Now, one thing that a lot of people have been asking for quite a while now is whether we have consulting services, and we did not for a while. That we didn't really accept any new members. We have a Discord server as well for consultancy, but now we are back on that. You can just join that through joining at like membership. I cannot do that here right now. I cannot show you here right now, but we kind of do have the consulting service right now, consulting services. So yeah, if you're interested, you can just join our membership and you'll be given access to our Discord server for more direct support. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys, and thank you, Eamon, for joining me here today.
Yes, of course. Thank you for having me.
Okay, then, guys, have a nice week and bye.